A woman in a purple flannel shirt sits on a park bench. A banner pops up that says Erin Arnold, wildlife biologist. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service logo appears in the upper right corner.
I grew up in New Hampshire, and we have these awesome woods in our backyard, the beautiful deciduous forests of New England. And
Image of 3 young girls sitting on a porch next to a pumpkin and a Halloween mask.
me and my sister were just outside all the time, just playing in the woods, exploring.
Image of 2 young girls wearing snowsuits sledding down a hill on inner tubes.
My mom would take us camping up in the White Mountains, and it was just such a huge part of my childhood is being outside.
We transition back to Erin sitting on the park bench.
My mom is one of the strongest people that I have ever met in my life.
Image of a woman smiling at the camera, leaning against a red car parked in the snow.
My dad passed away when I was very young, and my mom was sort of
Image of 4 young girls sitting together on a bench.
suddenly and unexpectedly faced with this challenge of raising 4 daughters on her own.
Image of 3 women smiling for the camera outside.
But I think it was that example, as I was getting older, the example of my mom, that really taught me,
We transition back to Erin sitting on the park bench.
integrity and grit and sort of just never giving up in the face of something that might feel really impossible.
Image of 4 women smiling at the camera. 1 woman holds a baby in her arms.
And I think that played so much into what built my work ethic.
Image of a woman holding a prairie dog in her hands.
So having that strong female influence from my mom and my 3 sisters.
Image of a woman rappelling on a cliffside, observing a large white bird.
When I started getting an interest in biology, I went after it without any hesitation.
We transition back to Erin sitting on the park bench.
At times, it can feel like you need to prove yourself or sort of earn your spot.
Image of a woman looking through binoculars at a vast, breathtaking mountain view.
However, throughout my career, I've had incredible advocates
Image of a woman rappelling down a mountainside.
that have supported me at key points in my career that sort of changed the trajectory of my career.
Image of a woman smiling at the camera while holding a different camera of her own.
By allowing me to be there.
Image of a man inspecting a large bird that's sitting on a woman's lap.
And I think this highlights the importance of people in power or people hiring.
Image of a woman smiling next to 2 large black and white birds.
To advocate for women or underrepresented groups when they have influence, because you could literally change their life.
We transition back to Erin sitting on the park bench.
You are stronger than you think or that you even realize yet.
Image of a woman looking up at the sky, observing a large black soaring bird.
If you want to do something, just go for it. Seize the opportunities as they're coming up in your life.
Image of a woman wearing a backpack and holding a piece of scientific equipment overlooking a mountainside.
And if you are trying something,
Image of a woman in an orange safety vest inspecting a bird lying on the ground.
and maybe you're struggling with it or you just fail, that is totally okay.
Image of a woman holding an owl on her arm.
Don't let that dissuade you in any way because everyone fails.
We transition back to Erin sitting on the park bench.
And sometimes it just takes a while to learn something and you get better at it and you get better at it. And before you know it, you are the expert.
Image of a woman rappelling down a mountainside.
If you're having a hard time and you're worried about what other people are thinking or you don't feel good enough, just
We transition back to Erin sitting on a park bench.
have those feelings and then set them aside and just continue on and just keep following your passion.